Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the San Francisco Giants taking on the New York Yankees. First pitch coming at you right after the break. Ready for baseball here in New York. So here's the lefty, Max Fried.
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
Ready to go now? Now it's the DH, Lamont Wade Jr. Fastball in for a strike, and we're underway. Got the bat going too soon, and strike 2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Cut on and miss, struck him out, and 1 gone.
Just blown away in that at-bat. 3 fastballs, all strikes. He wasn't even able to foul one off. There's not much you can take away from an at-bat like that as a hitter other than maybe there's something wrong with your eyes. Got to have better timing on the fastball next time.
Willie Adames stands in. First pitch misses. We talk so much about how starting pitchers prepare for their starts. I talked with Max Fried, and one of the things he told me back in 19, he and Lucas Giolito started using MLB The Show to go over scouting reports. And that's downstairs. And now 2-0. Max said he's not sure who actually started at first, but it was 2019, and he and Giolito, who were teammates together in high school in Los Angeles, they had the idea to become more familiar with the opposing lineup using MLB The Show. That's in there. And now 3-1. Towards first. Can't field it cleanly. Here's the tag, and he's out. Now we take a peek at the Giants lineup. And an important bat for them, batting 5th in this one, Elliot Ramos.
Well, right in the middle of this lineup, and that's exactly where he belongs. I mean, he's there for a reason, Boog. This guy, they know they can rely on him, and he's a force, a presence there that, you know, puts a little trepidation in that opposing pitcher. We'll see what kind of impact he has in this one.
On a line out towards center. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. Nothing doing there for San Francisco. And now the Yankees will see what they can do. No score. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back in New York. And on the hill, Justin Verlander. And as usual with him singing, I think we can expect plenty of strikeouts.
Yeah, Boogie's racked up over 3,000 strikeouts in his career, so expect to see more of the same in this one.
And now the center fielder, Ben Rice. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
0-1.
Out towards right center field. Lee sizes this one up. Makes the grab. And there's one down. Here's a look at Aaron Boone's lineup for the Yankees. And Chris, this group has been struggling to put up runs lately.
Well, they haven't been on base a ton, and even when they are, they haven't been hitting very well with runners on base. So they need a player or two to really step up, have some quality at bats, hit according to the situation, and sort of break out of this. I think if they do, the rest of this lineup will follow.
Aaron Judge stands in here, takes ball 1 low.
Well, in terms of hitting rocket home runs, Judge is near the top of that list. Only Giancarlo Stanton has hit more with greater exit velocity than Judge. Look out, though. Shohei is quickly climbing those charts.
2 balls, 1 strike.
The 2-1 is high. That's out to center field. Lee makes the grab for the second out.
Batting third, the designated hitter, Cody.
2 outs, base is empty. Here comes Cody Bellinger. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Next offering is fouled back. That one just misses.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
Oh, look at the stop. Throw to first, and that's a nice play to end the inning.
First, it looks like making the stop is the hardest part, but feeding to the pitcher on the move, I think even tougher. Great job of hitting that moving target. They're going to be fired up in the dugout.
Here at New Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, second inning set to go. Now the Giants 4-hitter, Matt Chapman. Max Fried will go to work. Chapman gets a piece there. And that one wrapped foul. And he deals. That misses. And the count 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes, the count.
And that's a little high.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Infield.
Outside, and that is ball 4. And that's their first base runner of the game.
A great back and forth in that at bat. He had to lay off some really close pitches, and somehow Boogie found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
And that one is in the dirt. And it's 1-0. Second inning here, no score. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
I would throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swing and a miss. Now he's in a 1-2 hole.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Chapman gets his lead at first with nobody out.
2-2 the count.
In the dirt, blocked. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And there's one down.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly, he had him fooled.
Mike Yastrzemski up here. Pulls that one foul. Mike Yastrzemski, originally drafted by the Orioles, 14th round out of Vanderbilt in 2013. The Giants got him in March of 2019. And San Francisco's really where he got a shot to play. A little bit low. And the count even 1-1. Step off, throw to first, and he's back in on a dive. Man at first, one away.
Ball.
In the dirt, but kept close. That one inside, and the count's full.
So here we go. Base runner at first, could be running on the pitch. He's got good enough speed to steal the bag to get in scoring position, even if it's a swing and miss at the plate.
Center field. Snags it for the second out.
Batting second, the first baseman, Wilmer Flores.
And now it's Wilmer Flores. And first pitch fastball is in for a strike. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Here at the top of the second. And that one pulled foul. Swing and a miss. Curveball in the dirt. Throw to first in time. So the drop third strike doesn't hurt him, and that's that. So the Giants leave one. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back here in New York, bottom half of inning number 2. Here's the veteran first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt. Verlander back to work. Outside low, ball 1. Inside, just missed. Fouls one off. 2-2. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
And he'll be beating himself up on the way back to the dugout. Got a pitch to hit and just couldn't get to it. I think that slider really caught way more of the plate than it was supposed to.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. That clips the corner.
0-1's the count.
One out, base is empty. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. One down, base is empty.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that skips in the dirt. This ball's chopped on the ground. fires over to first. And that quickly 2 away.
Batting six, the shortstop,
Anthony Volpe digs in now. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. There's a strike.
Yeah, we go beyond just the fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have a range and close holes that are normally there against an average defender. But this guy is special, and you can see it in his first step quickness. Boog, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting-wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does.
That's ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
On the ground to third. Chapman over to first in time. And the Yanks go quietly. Yanks held in check. We'll move to the third with no score. Back for more from the Bronx. Well, here we go. Top of the third, scoreless game. And here's the catcher, Patrick Bailey. Late swing fouled off. That's too low. 1-1. He swings and hits a fly ball, center field. And there's one away.
No, that's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
Tyler Fitzgerald, the next Giant to hit. That one ripped, but foul. Fitzgerald starting up the middle at second, hitting ninth in today's lineup. And he was drafted in the 4th round back in 2019. Just missed. And now 2 balls and a strike.
You got 2 balls, 1 strike.
Just off the inside edge. Oh, great stop. Fires to first. It's there, and that's a great play.
The bat, the designated hitter, Lamont Wade Jr.
So the batting order turns over. Here's Lamont Wade Jr. Struck out swinging his first time. That finds the mark on the inside corner.
That big curve inside is a pitch that can buckle you a little bit. Looks like a fastball out of the hand and then just drops over that inside part of the plate.
0-2 is the count.
Two down, nobody on. Waves at the bender for the strikeout. Giants are down 1-2-3, and we are still scoreless. Back at Yankee Stadium as we go to the last of the third. Now the left fielder, Jason Dominguez. And the first offering a fastball for a strike.
Well, the key to his success is getting ahead early in the count. He cannot afford to go deep in the counts. Doesn't have a ton of swing and miss stuff, so he's going to have to work efficiently.
Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Bailey down to first with it. Gets him. One away on a drop third strike.
Well, take a look at the three-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Now here is number 79. And a strike in there. Still tied at 0. Last of the third. Next offering is fouled back. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
That's outside.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
And now it's going to be Oswaldo Cabrera. On the ground right side, and it goes just foul. Two outs. That's the third. And that is that. 1, 2, 3, go the Yankees. Still no score. Back now in the Bronx, and the batter now, Willie Adames.
For you growing up in New York City, I mean, you're a big sports fan. Tell me about your experience with the Yankees growing up.
I really went to Shea Stadium more than I did to Yankee Stadium. I grew up a Phillies fan. There was one game, though, that I went to as a kid. I sat in the upper deck. It was the game that Bo Jackson hit 3 homers in his first 3 plate appearances and then hurt his shoulder diving for Deion Sanders inside the park home run. That's probably the most memorable game that I ever attended as a fan at Old Yankee Stadium. Lee, batting with one down, takes a strike.
If he doesn't get a knock right here, that pitch he just took is going to eat at him for a while. You might not see another pitch like that from a top-level guy like this.
And it's even up. Here's some fun facts about Jung-Hoo Lee. You look at the fact that he wears number 51. Not a shocker, but his favorite player growing up, Ichiro Suzuki. Pitch misses, and it's 2-1. One of the other aspects of Jung-Hoo Lee's bio, he was actually drafted as a shortstop, now an outfielder, but he grew up right-handed, and his dad was the one that made him switch hit. Goes down looking.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Now Matt Chapman at the plate. Walked his first time. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike.
Well, I think he's trying to get a feel for where that one missed. I mean, it could have gone either way, but he looked a little shocked for a second there.
2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Next offering is in for a strike. Got him looking. Giants go in order. Giants go down quietly, and we're still knotted at 0. Back at Yankee Stadium, bottom of the 4th, here's the center fielder, Ben Rice. Foul ball there.
You know, these Yankees just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
Into the outfield, base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
The right fielder, number 99.
Here comes Aaron Judge. Scoreless here, but now he's got to deal with a guy who's got some power. Got to be careful when you're talking about a hitter with this type of slug and these type of home run totals. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going. With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
And a swing and a miss. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
Oh, there's the 3-pitch strikeout. He can do whatever he wants with the baseball right now.
Cody Bellinger.
One down. Here comes Cody Bellinger. Grounded out his first time up. And that one fouled off. Rice, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. That's through there for a strike.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
He needs to throw that breaking ball with just a little more conviction to get the swing and miss.
On the ground left side, 6, 4.
He's out.
3 double play. And the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. We played 4. We're tied, 0-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. We go to the top of the 5th. Here's the left fielder, Elliot Ramos. Free, back to work. And that one is downstairs. And that is ball 1.
Well, these Giants, they're not going to be happy with the at-bats they've been having so far. Just 1 base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They've got players in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
Clips the corner. That's strike 1. Swing and a miss. Just off the inside edge. It's a leadoff walk, and that's the go-ahead run.
That could jumpstart an offense that's really struggled to score in this one. Don't want to wake a team up with the free pass.
Go-ahead run on base. Here comes Mike Yastrzemski to the plate. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. That clips the corner.
0-1's the count.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. And that is foul. The Giants hitless so far in the game. And a swing and a miss. And he's up to 7 strikeouts.
It's a good breaking ball there, just off the corner where you can't really do much damage, but it's close enough to where you've got to protect, and he just couldn't find a way to fight it off.
And up next for San Francisco, Wilmer Flores. Snap throw to first. Hey, throws it away. He's 0 for 1. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Dominguez on the move to the alley. He's got it. And there are 2 outs.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Patrick Bailey, the next Giant to hit. 0 for 1 with a flyout. This guy, one of the best defensive catchers going. You talk about framing, the ability to block, catch, and throw. He is at the top of the game. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Really good athlete, and many times we talk about, the feet of infielders. This catcher as well, really quick feet. He's able to recognize the pitch, see the trajectory, and get into a spot where he can block those.
Well, got to pause on that thought, as that'll do it for the inning. 1 left for San Francisco. Halfway through this one, still no score. We head to the bottom of the 5th. And here's the first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt. Right side, hard hit. He takes it on his own, and that's the first out in the bottom of the 5th.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Now at the plate, Jazz Chisholm Jr. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. Ball 1 and a pitch inside. So 2 balls and no strikes. On the corner for a strike.
He's been able to go inside as well as outside, effectively working both sides of the plate in this at bat.
Next offering upstairs.
Here's an opportunity to do some damage and perhaps unlock this offense. 3-1 count. Be ready to turn on a fastball.
Fouls one away, and now 3-2.
A little tardy on that fastball. Is going to have to get it going a little quicker. Get that front foot down.
1 down, base is empty. And that's ball 4.
No, that's a ball. Take your base.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Now it's the shortstop, Anthony Volpe. First time up, he grounded to third. Breaking ball inside, and that's ball 1. This one in the air, right field, and that'll get down for a hit. And they'll have runners at the corners after a 1-out single.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
2 on, 1 out. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Jason Dominguez. Little chopper rolls foul.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boo.
In the dirt. Nice job behind the plate there. Runners at the corners, 1 away. Last half of inning number 5. in the dirt, and a count 2-1.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. And it remains 2-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Squirts away a little bit. He's in there. Volpe up to second. Runner at third holds, so both runners are now in scoring position. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Ripped on the ground a second, sends it to Flores. So it was a long battle at the plate, but they still managed to get the out. And now the catcher comes up to him. Struck out swinging his first time. In there for strike one. 2 outs with a runner at third. To the right side, Fitzgerald. Tosses to first. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. So 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and a runner left. We're through 5. Yankees 1, and the Giants nothing. And we're back. Start of the 6th, John Shambi with Chris Singleton. And leading off, Tyler Fitzgerald. That one's upstairs, ball 1.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
And now 2-1.
1 strike.
And that one fouled off. That missed by a lot. Ball 3.
Expect for that guy to come right at you with a fastball, something in the zone, because he does not want to allow the leadoff walk.
Got him swinging on the curveball. Strikeout number 8.
Very frustrating right there as a speedy potential base runner. When with 2 strikes, you just struggle to put the ball in play. You don't even have to get a hit at that point. You can help your team just by reaching on an error. But some way, you got to find a way to shorten up the swing and put the ball in play next time.
So here's Wade now. That's in there. Strike 1. Wade goes 6'1", 31 years old, and he was a 9th-round draft pick back in 2015. Next offering misses, and that's ball 1.
1-1.
The 1-1 is fouled off. ball still, a 1-2 count.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
The Yankees up by a run, and we're the top half of the 6th. And a base hit.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
One gone, runner at first. Willie Adames, the next Giant to hit. He's grounded out a couple of times. Hit on the ground to the right side, and that one finds its way through. They get it in quickly, so first and second, now one out.
Back-to-back base hits. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep. Now a pretty big at bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
Jung-Hoo Lee getting ready to hit. 0 for 2 in this one. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
0-1.
Right through there for a strike. Don't play situation here. He's been working up in the zone. Typically, you look for guys to get that ground ball. See if he adjusts on this next pitch.
Wade over at second. Adames at first. One gone. Fastball is outside.
Well, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. Hitter has to understand. Probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch. So got to stay ready for it.
2 on, 1 out. Fights it off. He'll see another. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Freed out of the stretch, fires. Gets a piece and stays alive. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Good battle here, about to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Oh, having such a tough time putting him away. 6 foul balls in a row. Man, what a battle.
Fights that one away, still 1-2.
7 fouls in a row. Such an impressive at bat we're seeing right here, regardless of how it ends up.
Foul ball still, a 1-2 count.
This is something else. Running that pitch count off, I can't imagine how frustrating it must be for the pitcher to have so many good pitches spoiled off like this.
Battling here as he fouls it away.
Well, you can't really adjust your game plan for that last pitch. Guy hasn't thrown it very much. You got to focus on the stuff that he's throwing up there most of the time.
Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. 1 out. Runners at first and second. In the air on the infield. And the infield fly is called. Now it's Matt Chapman. This is what stat nerds like myself might call a high leverage situation.
Yeah, Boog, not sure what the numbers say, but clearly an at-bat that could change the course of this game dramatically.
And that drops in for a strike.
No, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Chapman gets a piece there. Foul ball, still 0-2. 2 on, 2 outs. See ya! Strikes him out for the second time today.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Back in the Bronx. Well, we go bottom 6. To the batter now, Oswaldo Cabrera. And that drops in for a strike. Singing 4 homers in 22 games at Old Yankee Stadium. What do you remember?
Well, I remember my rookie year hitting 2 in one game. And, you know, before that game in the clubhouse, there was a gentleman there who owned a suit company there in downtown Manhattan. And he said to me, "Hey, kid, you hit a home run in the game tonight. Come over to the store tomorrow and I'll give you a free suit."
And that one lifted in the air center field. Puts it away for the out.
So I went into the game. I happened to hit 2. When I walked into the store the next day, and he looked at me, he said, "You're trying to put me out of business, aren't you?" And that was a great experience that I had as a rookie playing against the Yankees, playing in New York.
So did Super Joe give you 2 suits?
Super Joe hooked me up with 2 suits.
Just missed. Ground ball right side. And now 2 gone.
The right fielder, number 99, Aaron.
2 down, base is empty. And up next for New York, Aaron Judge. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
Good pitch right there. Tied him up on the hands. If I'm out there on the bump, I'm going right back in there.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Oh, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he has attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
That one misses in the dirt. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Judge rips that one. Lee under it. And the inning is over. Back here in New York, top of inning number 7. Here's Elliot Ramos. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Well, he's back out there to begin the 7th. That surprised you at all, Chris?
Yeah, a little bit. It was a little rough 6th inning there, but his skipper's got a lot of confidence in him. But trust me, they will keep a close eye on how he does in this one.
That one found hard the other way. Looking to get the tying run on base. That one missed. Mike Yastrzemski in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. And a swing and a miss.
As a hitter, you don't know what to expect here in the 3-2. If he'll throw a breaking ball 3-1, he'll do it again 3-2.
Stays alive. Swing and a line drive slicing into right field. Could be extra bases. Now he turns and heads for second. Here comes the throw as the tying run is forced to stop at second.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Boone makes his way out of the dugout, and he will make a move to the bullpen. Max Fried will give way, and he leaves in a one-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute. So out of the pen comes the right-hander, Mark Leiter Jr.
Pretty big spot he's coming into, trying to strand that runner at second base. So he's going to need to make some quality pitches. He does have first open if he needs to use it.
So the tying run in scoring position now. Digging in, Mike Yastrzemski. And that's in for a strike. And it's 0-1. Holding on to a one-run lead here in the top half of inning number 7. So the tying run at second. In the air, left field. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's one down. So up next, Wilmer Flores.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion and he's in full speed.
And that is out of play. That one misses, and it's 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
On the ground to third. Throws across the diamond. Now 2 away.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
Patrick Bailey, the next Giant to hit. And
That's
ball 1. Ramos at second with 2 down. Next pitch in for a strike, and it's 1-1. In the dirt, and the runner holds. Man on second, 2 down. Too low, and it's ball 3. Tyler Fitzgerald in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. On the ground right side, Chisholm throws to first in time, and that is that. So a missed opportunity after the leadoff double as they strand the runner. 7th inning stretch time. Yankees 1 and the Giants nothing. Set for the last half of the 7th. Now up as the Yankees DH, Cody Bellinger.
You can tell by their swings, this lineup is having trouble gauging speeds. Timing is everything in hitting, and right now they just don't have it.
Action in the pen down there. Tyler Rogers up and loosening in the pen. Rodriguez also throwing.
This pitcher's done a good job of disrupting the hitter's timing with a mix of pitches and changing speeds. You want to keep that front foot inconsistent for the batter. Their swings are hesitant, and that's exactly what you want on the mound.
Next pitch is outside. That's down and in.
2-2 to count.
Just misses. Counts full, 3-2. Out to center. Lee sizing this one up. Puts it away for the out. And there's one away.
Now batting, first baseman.
So Bob Melvin out of the dugout, and he's ready to make a move. Verlander done in this one. Only 2 hits allowed for him, so a great effort. And we'll be back after a quick break to tell you about the new arm. So they turn things over to the righty, Camilo Doval.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Paul Goldschmidt now. And first offering is fouled off. And that's outside. That one ripped left field. That's back there. To the warning track, makes the catch.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. He got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Chisholm now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
And that misses. And the count even 1-1. Just missed.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
And a breaking ball misses outside.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with a 3-1 count.
2 down, nobody on. Hot shot to third. Sends it to first. That is the inning. So the Yanks go in order, but they hold a 1-0 lead. We're at the top of the 8th, and digging in for San Francisco, Tyler Fitzgerald. Leiter back to work.
They hope he's the guy to spark a comeback. He tends to play better when his team is behind, so why not him?
Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. And takes low for ball one. And that one upstairs.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Got him looking. First out in the top of the 8th.
Pretty big strikeout right there to start this 8th inning. Down 1. Any leadoff base runner really makes this inning a bit more interesting. But now this offense has to switch from possibly trying to manufacture a run to needing to run into something or just try to string multiple hits together to get a run across the plate.
And here comes the Yankees manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Mark Leiter Jr. out of the game. And as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back. The new pitcher in the game, Ryan Yarbrough.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Lamont Wade Jr., the next to hit. 1 for 3. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike 1.
0-1.
One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss. 0-2.
0-2.
The other way. Makes the grab. 2 down. Willie Adames will hit next. And a foul ball. Trying to hold a 1-run lead, and we're in the top of the 8th. The shortstop takes the ball. And it is 2-1. And there's a ball. Jung-Hoo Lee in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. And the tying run is on base.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Lee in the box now, takes strike 1.
But with the tying run at first base, he's looking for something he can get a lot of barrel on, drive it into a gap, and score that run from first base. If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
2 outs. Up the middle, Volpe. Oh, a great flip. On the money, nice play. Tidy work out of the Yankee bullpen there. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. Yankees 1 and the Giants nothing. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Tyler Rogers.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And stepping in for the Yankees, Anthony Volpe, 1 for 2. Right through there for a strike. Foul ball. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
That one called just inside, I think, and on the mound, he's trying to get a little bit of an explanation. Doesn't seem to be too bothered by it, though, but he clearly thought it clipped the corner.
And that's in the dirt. That one misses, and it's 3-2. That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
Looked like a questionable call in that spot. He even seemed a little surprised it went his way at the plate. But as a hitter, you'll take that all day.
Dominguez stands in now, looks at that one inside. Action in the San Francisco bullpen. Eric Miller getting ready to come in for Bob Melvin. Volpe gets his lead at first. Nobody out. And that's through there for a strike. And the count 1-1. Runner on the go. In the air, left field, down the line. Dives, and he can't hang on. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out.
A late jump, and I think that was the difference on the play, Boog. It's not always easy seeing the ball off the bat. Something to improve.
Here's the catcher. Corner infielders up on the grass expecting a bunt. Bunting, but that's a foul ball. Bunting, and he pops it up. And there's one down.
Up next for the Yankees, the third baseman,
Oswaldo Cabrera stepping in now for the Yankees. That catches the corner.
Well, in this situation with runners on, you've got to get ahead in the count so that you can dictate the rest of the at-bat. Nice job right there.
And that's outside. And the count is 1-1. Runners at first and second with one gone. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. He's able to win the race to the bag, and they do get the out.
A lot going on right there. First of all, first baseman making that diving stop. So many times he's looking desperately for the pitcher to feed it to, but he decides to get up and beat that base runner to the bag. Pretty impressive right there.
Bounding ball here, rolls foul. Second and third, 2 down. And now the count is even. And strike 2.
Well, a good slider from an opposite-handed pitcher has to stay in that tunnel just a little bit longer. Otherwise, recognition can cause you to barrel it up. And right there, the hitter clearly couldn't do anything with it.
Takes it himself. That ends the inning as they squander a chance to pick up some insurance. Yanks strand a pair, but they lead it 1-0. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Devin Williams. He comes in with a chance for his second save of the season. one-run game. And here is Matt Chapman. A walk and a pair of strikeouts. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
Next pitch off the plate. 2-1. Chapman gets a piece there. And it skips in the dirt. Ball 4, he walked in, and that'll keep the line moving.
They're not ready to go home quite yet.
And up next for the Giants, Elliot Ramos. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
Well, a come and get me fastball right there. He didn't look ready for the velocity. I think it'd be a mistake to throw him anything off speed right here.
And there's the strike. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And an excellent job keeping it right there.
Well, that at bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there, at least to foul something off, extend that at bat.
He's 2 outs away. Yastrzemski now at the plate. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout. Swings and pulls it foul to the right side. Williams throws over, and he's back safely. In the dirt, and the runner stays where he is. Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the 9th. Runner on the go. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Pitch misses, and the count is even 2-2. 1-run game here in the top of the 9th. 3-2 now.
This is a really good feeling for a hitter. At this point in the ball game, you know that they don't want to walk you, so you're going to get a pitch to hit. You just better not miss it.
He fouls it off. We'll do it again. Ball 4, he walked in, and that keeps things going.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
First and second, 1 out. And now the first baseman, Wilmer Flores. 0 for 3, a fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. And a strike on the outside corner at 95.
Well, comfortable or not, these are the situations closers they seem to live for. I mean, you get into some hot water, a jam, tough spot, whatever you want to call it, but this is where they earn their keep.
2 on, 1 out. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. That's to third. Over to Jazz. There's one. That's a double play. The ball game is over.
Well, this one was all about the pitching and defense. Outstanding job of the pitchers, really attacking hitters, trusting what the catcher was putting down, and trusting the players standing behind him to make the plays defensively. Sometimes you want to see a high-scoring game, but sometimes you can appreciate the artistic beauty of what these pitchers did on the mound today.
1-0 the final. They hang on to win it by a run for Chris.